All right, so we're going to get going. So today is Wednesday, June 24th, and thank you guys for being on the call tonight. Before we get started, I wanted to just give a couple announcements. So first I wanted to welcome Ivy to the team. So she's come on just like last week, and she's just excited to get going with this, and she's always been into health and fitness, and so she's looking for a change and looking to help inspire others, and I'm really excited to have her here. So welcome Ivy to the team. And then I wanted to congratulate one of my newer coaches. She was brand new just last week, but Brandy, she came right on and she just kind of hit the ground running, and within seriously 2 days became an Emerald coach and hit Success Club 8, which means that she helped 4 people within like her first 3 days or 4 days of becoming a coach herself. So I was really excited for her. So she's doing a great job. So congratulations to Brandy for becoming an Emerald coach and for, locking in Success Club. Do you guys have any rank advancements or anything like that, or any, want to welcome new members to the team or anything like that? Just unmute yourself and let us know.
Well, I officially have Kim, Marsh, who I don't know if she's on or not, but she officially promoted to Emerald this week. So it was really exciting. So
That is awesome. Congratulations. That's so great. Thanks for sharing. All right, so before we get started, I just wanted to go over just a couple housekeeping items here, just important things that are going to be coming up that you should take note of. Of course, I'll post them in the team page too, but I like to just go over them too when we have our team calls so that they're fresh in everybody's mind. So I started to update a calendar that Nick actually put together for me for the team, so that way we can keep track of when we are going to be doing our free clean eating groups every month, and when we're going to be doing our 21-day challenge groups and things like that. So that's put together. So our next clean eating group, no, I'll do this in order, sorry guys. Our next 21-day fix group is actually going to be starting on July 6th. And so Joelle was nice enough to set the whole thing up for us, and she's going to be kind of running it this time, but I'm going to be kind of helping her. So that was really great of her to do. So if we have anybody, or if you have anybody that wants to do the 21-day fix, that will be up and running. The post will start going in it starting on this upcoming Sunday. So a week before the group starts, we start just kind of prepping the group with posts and things like that to get them ready. So the deadline for people to sign up for this group would probably be on, I'm just double checking the calendar here. And I know I already told Ivy this, and I'm like blanking out numbers right now. The last possible date would be Monday, June 29th. That way they could place their order, and then it takes a good 5 business days to come in so that they'd get it in time to start with us. And, oops, I just lost you guys for a second. Here you guys are. The clean eating group is going to start on July 13th. And this was a huge hit this past time. There were close to 600 people in it. And we've had tons of people so far want to join our next upcoming 21-day fix group, and a bunch of people have been added to the coaching sneak peek, which is great. And so we're going to have another one getting going on July 13th. And so I'll let you guys know, when you can start posting about that, or you can just post whenever you want, to be honest. And then once I have the group up and running, I'll let you guys know, and I'll add you as soon as it's up and running, and then you can add your people to it. But this is a great way to get people on board. It's for free. They can see what this is all about, and they can get some really good ideas on how to eat healthy and get the group support, and it's just really engaging for them. And like I said, it's all for free, so who doesn't like something when it's for free, Then we will be having my first, thank goodness, coaching sneak peek will be up and running. Actually, I'm doing it for this Monday. Nick was like, this Monday? I'm like, this Monday. So it's almost done. I'm almost done with it, wrapping it all up. But as soon as I have that up and running and I have the group created, then I will let you guys know. So I'll add all you guys to it, so that way you can add anybody you think might want to just even find out about coaching. So every time there's a coach sneak peek, you should always be taking advantage of that, and just simply just message people and just ask them, just, hey, I'm going to be running a free 5-day coaching sneak peek. You think that you might want to be added to it so that you can learn about what we do as coaches and see if maybe it's something you might want to be interested in trying out. And most people actually say yes to it. So I always say, like, try to shoot to at least get at least 5 people into this, because not everybody ends up going through with it in the end. So you definitely want to be taking advantage of that. So once it's up and running, I'll let you guys know. Then we just finished creating team tank tops with the Forever Strong logo on it and everything like that. So we're just wrapping up the pricing and things like that. But if you want one, I'm going to be posting it in the team page, and I'll post it up on the team page, and I'll let you know like the sizes and like how much it'll cost. I'm going to be giving a lot of them out actually this month as rewards for people hitting Success Club. I know people who are coming to the Beachbody Coach Summit with me in July next month. I'm going to be, giving that to them too as well. So I'm going to be posting that up on the page, and they're really cute. They're really nice. So I can't wait for you guys to see them. And we have a Super Saturday event for Beachbody. It happens quarterly, once a quarter. So the next one that's going to be coming up is on July 25th, and it's going to be in Boston, where the last one was. I forget now I forget the hotel it was at. It's at some hotel. Do you know, Jesse, off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's not at the same place. It's at UMass Boston.
Oh, now it's there. Okay. Oh my gosh. Right.
And it's at night this time.
Oh, it's at nighttime, Jesse?
Yeah, it's 3 to 7, and they're doing a diamond thing afterwards. She won't. Joey hasn't posted any specifics other than the teaser that there'll be something for diamonds after the 3 to 7 time frame.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Well, see, you know more about that than I do. See? Thank you, Jesse.
I'm worried I'm going to go into labor while I'm there, so I really need to know where I'm going to be.
I was wondering why you said nighttime when you were messaging me. I'm thinking maybe she's confused. I mean, I know she's pregnant.
No, well, yeah, that's true, but not in this case. We're worried about a babysitter, so my husband might not come with me. So I was asking Kathy, if by chance I go into labor, will you drive me to Worcester? I just don't think I should drive myself.
No, yeah, I know. That probably wouldn't be such a good idea. So needless to say, the next Super Saturday, guys, if you have not been to one, you have to get to one of these events, all right? I might not be able to go to this one just because we're going to be in South Carolina for the whole week prior, and that's I'm going to be actually flying out of there to go to the Beachbody Coach Summit in Nashville, and we're driving to South Carolina, and then we're driving home. So I'm just not sure with like the timing exactly when I'm going to be leaving my parents' place down there and coming back. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not in time. I really do want to make it, but I just am not 100%. But if you haven't been, you guys have to get to one in your area, wherever you live, because you go to these events and you just get so inspired and you get so much energy and just like so much hope. And it's so awesome to be in this room, doing this huge workout with all these other people who are like-minded, just like you. And then you get to hear like really inspirational stories from people, and you get to hear like success stories of people who have lost like over 100 pounds. And I mean, people who have come from such like terrible times and how they've been able to turn their life around and create something crazy important and meaningful now, since all because of Beachbody, because they found this opportunity. And you get to learn all different things about the business and all the upcoming new products that are going to be being released. And it's really fun. So normally they do have it in the morning, but this time, thank you, Jesse, for telling us, it will be at 3 o'clock in Boston. That one at least. I wonder if they're all at 3 o'clock. Probably not. Probably just the Boston one. But anyway, so check it out wherever you live so that you can try to get to one. I will be posting on the team page anyways, like the link for it if you live in the area, so that way you can purchase a ticket for it. You can bring a friend with you, which is nice. So if you have someone that you think might, want to be interested in becoming a coach, this is a really good event to bring somebody to, because it just really shows you how incredible this is and how exciting it is. And you can feel the energy. And I'm telling you, when you leave, you're nothing but pumped up. So you really have to make an effort to get to one of those. Make sure to, I think this is the last thing on my housekeeping item here. Make sure to, in the team page, when any kind of important post that you see go up, make sure, or even if it's not like one that I tag you guys in, if you think it's something really important that will help your coaches, make sure to always tag them. I can't tag, I can only tag so many people at one time in the post, which is why sometimes in the comment section, I have to finish the rest of the coaches in that part because it won't let me tag more than like 20 people at a time. But just make sure that anything that's posted in the Forever Strong page, if it's really important or helpful, that you tag your coaches too so that they know about it. All right. Oh, I'm reading the chat here. There's a little message. Can I? You know what? Kelly just asked, can I host my own Super Saturday event? You can do that. Yes, you can totally do that. If you want to host your own Super Saturday event, do it. Totally do it. It can be anywhere. It could be at your house if you wanted to. I mean, really, you could do anything that you want with it. You don't have to wait to get to a certain point in this business to run one. You don't have to wait till you have a certain amount of coaches on your team. This is your own business, and you can totally do it however you want. You could have like a barbecue like in your backyard or something like that for a Super Saturday. Really, you can do anything you want with it. So yeah, Kelly, if you want to do that, you should just go for it. And that would be awesome. Then you could tell us all about it and how it went. So that way maybe you can inspire other people on the team to do the same thing. I do want to actually do my own Super Saturday at some point, but it's just that the one in Boston is just so huge that that's like the place to be. All right, so tonight what we're going to talk about is getting your coaches started right when you get them on to the team. And as we all know, because we were all new coaches at one point or are new coaches now, it is extremely overwhelming when you first sign up because there's so much information and there's so many different things to learn. And you get really excited about it. So you want to tell them everything about it, but it just can be really, really overwhelming, obviously. So it's really important that you don't overload the new coaches with too much, when you bring them on, not too much information at once, because you don't want them to get, discouraged. I mean, I remember when I first signed up, my head was seriously spinning for 3 months. I honest to God said to myself, am I ever really going to even understand this? Like, I really had a hard time wrapping my brain around the fact, like, am I going to, I'm really going to actually understand this one day? And 3 months later, I learned so much more about it and I felt so much more comfortable. And even to this day, I'm still learning. So I think it's important when you're talking to your new coaches that you make sure to just make clear to them that, this isn't the type of business where you should be sitting at home studying for it 24/7 to try to figure it out. Because the people who do that are the ones who really don't go anywhere with this business, because this business is all about doing is learning, and learning is doing or whatever. So you learn, and the only way you learn from this business is by actually going out and actually taking action and doing things. And then as you do that, things come up and then they'll come to you with questions. So just make that clear to people, because sometimes, you want to study it all and you want to make sure you learn about every single thing. And that can actually, hinder your growth. So we don't want to go down that route. So the first thing I do when I sign up a coach or someone who says that they, are going to become an active coach and they've completed the link and they're going to come on and they want to become an active coach, then I schedule a call with them, and I just get right on the call with them right off the bat. And I just spend the time during this call just hearing about, why they want to get into this business, what their goals are really. Because that's going to really drive how you lead your coaches and how you train them, and the things that you're going to give them is based on what they say their goals are going to be. So you want to always start out by just getting on the call with them as soon as possible, within the next day or two. You don't want to go too long before they sign up. You want to get them on definitely within that first week. So you're going to want to find out, what their goals are and keep track of that, and write it all down so that you're familiar with your coaches. And that's going to connect back to their why and, why they're doing this and why is it important for them to be doing this. And that's the biggest driving force in this business, is having a clear cut why and a clear vision of where you want to go with this. So it's important that you know where your coaches want to go with this so that you can lead them in the right direction and help get them there so that they can have success. So you always want to know, and you know what, it's going to change as time goes on, but make sure you take note of it as you get them on board. So you're on the call with them and you're talking to them, and you're going to just start out by just, after finding out about their goals, you're going to want to then just go over just the basics of what your expectations are of them for their first month as a coach. And so I tell them that, when you come on as a coach, you're going to have 2 goals your first month. Your first month, you are going to want to become an Emerald coach. which means that you're going to sign up two people with a challenge pack. Two people, you're going to help just two people get started on their health and fitness journey with you. I don't go into all the detail about right and left leg and volume and all this other stuff and how team cycle bonuses work, because they're going to learn all that in the coach training the following month. And that's just too much. So I stick with the, you're going to focus on becoming an Emerald coach first. Then I tell them that your second goal this month is to hit what's called Success Club. And you'll do that by simply helping just 3 people. And I just briefly tell them that you get 2 points when you sign up, each person with a challenge pack. And I tell them, a challenge pack is Shakeology with a workout program. And I always go over about how, the most successful program that I've had success with so far has been the 21-day fix. So it's different for a lot of coaches, but most of the time, really the most popular one is the 21-day fix. So I tell them that you get 2 points for each one, and you want to be hitting Success Club 5 minimum every single month, which means just 3 people. So I just tell them that's it. Just focus on getting 2 people first, so you're an Emerald coach, and then just focus on helping and bringing on 1 more person who wants to join you, start out on their health and fitness journey. And then your first 2 goals for the month are done. So now they're going to, they're going to ask like how they do that. And this is where I tell them that I have my scripts available to give them to help reach out and get people to join their, for example, their 21-day challenge group. So I tell them, I'm going to give you my script. When I get off the phone with you, I'll email you my script. And I will email you my follow-up messages as well. So that way, if you don't hear from them right away, here's different options of how you can follow up with them. So I give them, I tell them that. And I tell them that it's important that they use this message, and if it doesn't work for them, I work with them to find a message that does work. But a lot of the times people like this message, and they can kind of personalize it a little bit based on, their health and fitness goals and all that. So I tell them that it's important that you send this message to at least 5 people every single day, 5 to 10 new people every single day. It depends how much time you have. And you're going to do that every single day. And I just tell them, you do not need to spend 4 to 5 hours on this business every single day. The important thing with this business, I just make it clear, is that you spend some time on this business, some focus time every single day on this business. If it ends up being just 15 minutes one day because you're really crazy swamped and you're busy, then that's fine. But just make it 15 minutes of focus time where you probably are going to spend that 15 minutes just reaching out and inviting people to your challenge group, because that's what's most important with this business, is establishing and making connections with new people to try to help them become healthier. So I always tell people, we're going to work with your schedules. Some days you might have a 1 solid block hour. The next day you might only have 1 half an hour. The next day you might have a half an hour in the morning, but then you have a half an hour during your lunch break. So it's going to be different. Maybe then on the weekend you decide you have 2 hours and you want to do two hours on it, and that's fine. But I just make it clear that this business is all about consistency, and the key to success is being able to do something for it, even if it's small, every single day. So I start with that. Then I just tell them that, there's a lot of information with this, business, and that there's going to be a coach training coming up. So the people who I've just talked to recently this past week, I tell them there's a coach training coming up at the beginning of July. And I go over and just tell them it's a private group for all the new coaches on the team just starting out. It's not overwhelming. You simply just check into the private group each day and you read the post that's put up, or you watch the video that's put up, and it's going to help explain all about the business and how it works and how you make money and how you can have success with it. And you'll answer it like slowly over the course of the month. They'll learn about it instead of having it all at once on the phone. It's just too much. And so I pretty much just leave it at that, and then I hang up, and I add them to the team page. I always, will do like a picture and, welcome them to the group and just tell a little bit about them, to welcome them into the group, into the, the family, because you guys are all so awesome. And, after that point, then I tell them, all right, I'm going to be sending you over a getting started right email. So I'm just gonna, let me see if I can do this here. I'm just gonna kind of screen share here, and I've never done this before, guys. Learning every single day here, something new. So let me just see if I can do this, and Nick's right in the background in case I mess this up. Hold on. Am I doing this right, Nick?
Desktop.
Desktop. This?
That's it.
Like this? Okay. Now let me get here. All right, can you guys see the screen right here?
Yeah.
My email. Okay, I'm using Joelle's as a template. So anyways, this is the email, and I can send this to all you guys. I'm actually just going to put it up in the team page. It's going to be in the file section. But this is what I do. So I, as soon as they sign up and I've had my call and everything, then I just send them this email, and it just says, you know, I'm just going to read it right here in case you can't see it. You probably can see it though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can totally see it. But it basically, I just listed out different steps of what they're going to do, because honestly, when you sign up as a coach, you know what it's like. You have no idea what to start, like where to start. You have, like, what do I do? Like, what do I do now? I mean, that was literally my first question when I became a coach was, as soon as I signed up that night, I hung up the phone and I seriously, now what do I do? That was my biggest concern. So I did this to kind of like keeping that in the back of my mind, you know, and I've tweaked this now over the course of the year to kind of make this, you know, I've gotten better at it and stuff as I've gone. But I just find out that if I list steps for the coaches to take and what to do, it just makes it so much easier. So I make it clear that there's going to be a lot of information coming over the next few days, and to just save it all to a Beachbody folder to get themselves organized. Don't feel like they need to read every single little thing over right off the bat, but it's going to be there for them to use and access, you know, as time goes on. When things arise, they will at least have everything. So my first email, I give them out steps. The first document you're getting is the new coach to-do list. And so I have attached down here the new coach to-do list, somewhere down here. There it is, new coach to-do list. And it just has every single thing on it that they need to be doing. Like, so let me just see here real quick here. Oops, there it is. Okay. So it just says a couple things on here just about like what they should be doing, sharing, don't sell, you know, you can see all this, how you can have success with it, all this other stuff. And it tells them like how to set up their direct deposit and log into their Team Beachbody profile, how to set up that they should have their profile set up. It has all that nitty gritty stuff just in one document. So I send that over. And the next thing tells them to complete the 7-day quick start and the coach questionnaire. So I attached that, the 7-day quick start and the coach questionnaire. Then I write on here for them to make a post on their wall, just letting people know that they got into this new opportunity and that they're doing this. Because honestly, you have all these people and friends on Facebook, and it's the perfect place to start, but no one knows that you're even doing it unless you come out and tell them. And even when you make that first post, not everybody sees it. So you have to keep doing it over and over again. But I attach my first post about when I became a coach, what I said, so that they can use that as a template and base it off of that and help them get started. And then I tell them, I send them a script, send the script to at least 10 people. So I attached my scripts for them to look at, telling them to follow up 24 hours later. And so I attach my follow-ups. And then I just tell them, yeah, save all your documents for later, and then we'll let you know when you need them. And so I do all that. Let me see here now. How do I get back to this, Nick? My regular screen. Do you know, Nick? What do I do?
To the top.
This? Sorry, guys.
Stop here.
Oh. Apparently I can't read buttons. All right, I'm back. That was fun. I was always wondering how you did that, how you shared a screen. But anyways, and so I send that over first, and then after that, the following day or two, like a couple days later, like I don't like to send tons of emails over right away, but then like the next day or two later, that's when I'll send over another email that has all the Shakeology recipes, all of the food recipes, all of the documents for all the different programs, so that if people are asking for more information about the programs, there's templates all attached for them. So I send these two things over within a 2-day span. And then we go from there. It has the welcome to Beachbody email in it too. That very first email I sent has the welcome to Beachbody email in it too, so that they can have that as a template. So that way, when they sign up people, they know that that's the email that they use And they'll just take out my information and replace it with their information. So, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty, it's getting smoother, the process. Really there is no like clear-cut, easy way, to get a coach started. But this has definitely helped, I feel like, tremendously. And I feel like it really has too, because like I said, the steps are all listed out. So it's telling them like what to do. And I just feel like people respond so much better to that when they're kind of told exactly what to do and what to say, because honestly, you really just don't know when you start out with this. I mean, it's like, I started out and I wasn't even in, like, I was 30 pounds heavier and had all these questions. And is this a sales job? And, I have to message people now. What am I supposed to say? My product hasn't even come in yet. I can't even speak to it. So I just feel like this kind of helps everybody get started out better. And make sure that you are just in close contact with them as soon as they sign up. Check in with them every day if you need to. Definitely make sure that you're setting up calls with them once a month. So that way you're talking to them about, how they're growing, struggles that they might be having, how you can, help them get through those struggles, how you can better help them reach their goals. And, make sure to just make it known to them too, that they can post on the team page whenever they want to, that if they can't get a hold of you, like, you definitely want to be welcoming and feel like people can come to you. Like, that's one of the things I always tell my new coaches when I bring them on. Just because I just remember, I don't know, I always revert back to when I was a little kid with math and how like my math teacher was just so horrible. And I literally felt like I could never ask a question because she was so mean and just literally called us stupid. I'll never forget it. And see, obviously this was scarring because I'm still talking about it 20 years later. And I literally remember just thinking like, I can't believe this woman is telling this to like her little 6th grade students. And it just created like fear in me and in all the students around me. And so I just feel like as a leader, you don't want to be that type of leader where your people and your coaches fear you and feel like they can't come to you, or they feel like they have to walk on eggshells around you. You want to definitely make them feel that they can come to you and talk to you about things that they want, but also encourage them to be independent if they want to. And that if they can't get a hold of you, make sure to always use the team page, because there's so many coaches on the page that can help answer any questions you have. And so that's pretty much my process with the coaches. I just recently started doing, I think a lot of you guys right now, if like you're diamonds, you have your own team pages and things like that. So you definitely want to focus on, if you have active coaches below you, you definitely want to, like I said, really help them hit Success Club the first month and every month going forward. Because if they're really serious about this business, and especially you're going to know based on what their goals are, it's really important that you work with them closely so that they can hit that, because it really is the foundation of this business. I mean, it's the bare bones, is the helping 3 new people every single month. So it's really important that you help get your coaches to that point. And as soon as they start to see success and start signing up people and they're helping people, then their confidence level is going to go up. But if you let a lot of time go by and then they're not helping people, they're not signing people up, then it can get a little discouraging at the beginning. So you really want to work with them closely to help them reach and hit Success Club, especially that first month too, and talk to them about the perks about it. And you can do this on a separate call. You can talk about the perks of Success Club and how it's important to establish, a big business for yourself, and that you get all different kinds of recognition from Beachbody, and you can earn money to go on a free trip every single year. A Success Club trip based on just hitting Success Club and helping, 3 to 5 people every single month. You can go on something like this and just really work with them on it. If they're having trouble when they're reaching out to people, make sure to just check in with them and say, have your people responded back to you? Make sure, because a lot of coaches feel like they send that message to people and then that's it. Like nothing else happens after that, but you have to teach them to follow up, and that success with this business is really most of the time within the follow-up. That's when it happens. It's when you follow up with them 2, 3, 4, sometimes 8 times, because people are busy and they're just not reading they're not reading your messages a lot of times. That's what it is. They're not being rude and trying not to read it and not get back to you. They just have a lot of stuff going on, and you probably just didn't catch them at the right time. So you always want to encourage them to follow up and teach them that if people say no to you, to not just accept no for an answer, that when people say no, it's because there's a reason behind it. And you need to, as a coach, it's your job to find out, why isn't it the right time for them right now? Because you might be able to help them. And so you want to teach your coaches to always ask that next question. When they say no, ask them, if you don't mind me asking, what makes you not interested right now? Is it a time concern? Is it a money concern? Is it a motivational concern? And maybe I can help you and I can work with you. And then based on what they say, you can help them and you can guide them through it. If they say it's a time concern, you can talk about how the workouts are only 30 minutes, or you can talk about how you don't even need to start out with a workout right now if you don't want to. And we have a lot of people that just start out with Shakeology so that their nutrition gets right back on track and gets tip-top shape. And then when their schedule opens up, then they can incorporate the fitness piece into it. If people say that they feel like they're going to fail, they're worried about failing, and they've never been able to stick with something before, they haven't had success. Well, that's where you can talk all about your role and how it's your job as a coach to work with them one-on-one to help them reach their goals, and that you're going to be like their daily motivator, and that they're going to also, on top of that, be added into a private accountability and support challenge group with other people just like them, motivating each other through the entire way. And then if people talk about, money as a concern, you can always tell them too that, just bringing on a couple friends can help offset their cost. Just bringing on, a couple friends can help offset their cost. Or this is another great time now, guys, to talk about the coaching opportunity. A lot of people do just come on originally at first just to get the cost of their Shakeology covered. So, and you never know where that's going to lead to. Because most of the time people end up really loving Shakeology and the products and things like that. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like I really want to go like all in with this. I'm not dipping my toe in anymore. I'm jumping in. So I hope that helped you guys. But I try to do, because it is hard, especially now that I've been in it for a year and I've seen what it has done, for me and the family, and I've seen what it's done for so many of you guys on the team. And so it's really hard to kind of hold the excitement back. I just can't help it sometimes because I just want all of you guys and all my new coaches to hit their goals. But it's really important that you just, like I said, just really, help them out and reach out to them all the time. You don't want to just sign someone up and then send them an email and then never connect with them again. You should be talking with them regularly, on a regular, consistent basis. I have a lot of times I literally check in every single day. And that's good because you want to be their support system with this when they first get started. It's like getting on a bike, with training wheels at first. Wear the training wheels at first, and then slowly you can start to go off on your own a little bit and you can gradually let go. But it's just like everything else, Imagine starting a brand new job, doing something that you know nothing about, It's going to take practice to get better at it. And it's going to take, guidance, and that's where you guys come in. And then slowly over time, you get better and better and better at it, just like everything else in life that you've ever done for the first time. You had no idea what the heck you were doing, but then the more you did it, the better you got at it, the more comfortable you felt, the more confident you got, and then things just got better from there on. So do you guys have any questions? I'm just checking the chat down here. Yeah. So wait, what does it say? Where is the 7-day quick start? I have the Lauren's on. I didn't see you. Hi, Lauren. I have the 7-day quick start, so I can send that to you too. And I'm going to put everything, I'm just going to put this whole template email too, like I said, on my files in the team page. So that way you guys can just use it. And like I said, if you guys have a better way that you think, would help out your coaches and, improve it, I'm always looking for suggestions. So feel free to just, let me know or tweak it if you want to tweak it, whatever you want to do with it. Does anybody else have any questions? You can just unmute yourself.
So on the month, is it a calendar month that you have to bring on people? Like when you talk about the month within your first month, is it ending now, or if I start on the 15th, does it go to the next?
Yeah, so it goes a calendar month by month. So you have until, so for example, for this month, it would be the 30th. So you have until the 30th to, bring on 3 new people to hit Success Club. And then it starts over again the following month, and everybody starts back out at 0 again, and then it keeps doing that. Jesse's laughing over there. Can only just imagine what you're thinking.
Yeah, don't let anybody return anything, because then you start out negative.
Oh, I know. I will never forget when that happened to me. And, honestly, it's like I literally had, so many people I've helped and signed up since I've started. And literally the one person who returned something this entire time was my aunt. I'm like, leave it to family to be right there to support me all the way. I was like, you do realize what that just did? I didn't really say anything to her, but I was thinking, whatever. But yeah, that can happen. Does anybody have any other questions? Or anything that you would like to know, or maybe something I missed? Just checking my notes. Hopefully that helped. Did that help at all?
So I have another question.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm the timing is they're going to be signing up towards the end of the month, would I be just better off to start July with a bang?
Well, I don't think so. I think that, this is kind of like how I've been myself personally as a coach, is I've kind of never just waited. You know what I mean? I think that it's important to get the ball rolling, and to start to build the momentum with the business. And I really think that you could get 3 people by the end of the month. I've seen some people do some crazy things on this team. I've seen people literally hit Success Club and lock in 3 people with 5 minutes left to midnight on the last night of the month, and some pretty crazy things. And I really think that you could do it. But I really think that it's important just to at least get the ball rolling, so that way you can start connecting with people, and then you'll get better and better at the more messages you send out and the more people who respond to you. But I always tell everybody, even when you hit Success Club, don't stop, just don't stop, really, keep going. Try to help as many people as you possibly can. When I first signed up as a coach, it was a little crazy, but my first few months I was literally hitting SC 40 or SC 50 my first few months. And I don't do that anymore now, because now, the people that I'm bringing in are most of the time they're active coaches and things like that. And now I'm training a team. And I'm not saying that you need to do SC 40, but my point is that I feel like, this whole business is all about trying to really help as many people as we possibly can as a team. So I always tell my coaches that, even when they do hit Success Club 5 and they've helped those 3 people, don't just kick back and relax, keep going and see how many people you can actually help that one month. And then each month, try to help one more person than the month you did before, or at least the same amount of people. That's just the way that I roll. But you can do whatever you're comfortable doing. But I honestly think that it'll be good for you to start messaging people, and when people write back with objections, then we can work together to I can tell you how I would answer them and help, because that's important too, guys, is overcoming objections in this business. And so that's where we come in, really, where we're really helpful, helping people just overcoming those objections, and kind of telling our coaches and training them how we would respond to that, and what's worked for us. And honestly, what works for me might not necessarily work for you, but then you might have another way that might work better. So, yeah, I think it's definitely important to just at least get the ball rolling. Like I said, building that momentum in this business, is it's so crucial. I'm telling you, I made that post on the team page because I was just thinking about how my 1-year mark is tomorrow, and I just can't even believe how much this has snowballed, and all just because of me just doing work on this every single day. And so if you stop for a week, when I went away on vacation, I had a really hard time, getting things back up and running again. because I was on vacation. I wasn't making connections with anybody while I was gone. I wasn't reaching out to people and, trying to find out what their health and fitness goals were. I just kind of just sat back and did nothing. And then when I came back, it took me that much longer for people to actually start responding to me. Like it took me another full week of me consistently reaching out every single day before then people started responding to me. So it's really important to just at least get the ball rolling. You can do it. Let's see what else is on here. Yeah, and Kelly was writing here too in the chat that, to just check in with your coaches and customers more often. It is true. You'll notice you'll have more luck with people actually staying on and, continuing, with their product or whatever it is that they purchased, especially with the Shakeology, if you're checking in on them and actually helping them out versus if you just sign them up and then that's the end of it and you send them the Shakeology recipes, they're probably going to drop off pretty quickly. So, my list has gotten pretty big right now, but I try to check in with actually every single person who has ever signed up with me in the past, even in the past year. I have a list of all their names, and I literally will usually it's on like a Sunday night or a Monday night, but I'll just send them all a message and just, hi, I'm just checking in. I wanted to see how things were going with you. Is there anything I can help you with? I have an upcoming challenge group coming up. Let me know if you want me to add you to it. Let me know how I can help. I hope everything's going okay, that type of thing. Just to kind of keep the connection going. Even if they've canceled Shakeology 6 months ago, I still do that. And I'll tell them about the free clean eating group coming up and all that too. And it's just a quick message. And I usually just copy and paste pretty much the same thing to everybody when I reach out to them because it's too much, too many people. But it is definitely important to keep the connection going with them because what they're paying for when they're getting their challenge pack is you as their personal coach, which is awesome for them. So you really want them to be able to utilize that to the full potential, which is, having your support consistently and helping them reach their goals. Let me read that chat again here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, it does. It gets overwhelming. It really does. Like as your business starts to grow, and everything. And that's where I tended to not be so organized when I first started out because I was just, signing up people for challenges is what it was at the beginning. And then as your team grows though, it does become like really overwhelming to keep track of everybody. So you need to have like a system in place, and which is why I came up with at this point now for me, it's the once a week. When I first sign up people now, for like the 21-day fix challenge or whatever it is that they sign up for, I definitely follow up with them consistently throughout the challenge. But then once the challenge ends, I don't keep up with them as frequently as I did. That's when I start doing like the weekly check-ins and let them know about my next challenge group. But you definitely do have to have just pick one night that you're going to do it, and depending on how many people you have, and just set aside like half an hour for you to just reach out and connect with these people. Lauren goes, I find it hard to keep track of keeping track of everything. Lauren, don't worry. I am right there with you. Nick is always telling me, I don't know how you function like this. Like, I don't know who I was telling on this team before, but I always was pretty organized. I always was, but he is just like anal retentive organized, And so he makes me feel like a slob, even though I know I'm not a slob. Although the house has gone to hell since I've been coaching, but that's besides the point. That's not, cleaning the house isn't going to help me grow my business here. So I've let that slide a little bit, I'll admit. But anyways, I had all my files in a Beachbody folder, and I would do like Beachbody pictures and then whatever. I had like a couple folders, but it wasn't much. It was all just there pretty much. And he was like, how do you function like this? This is everything. It's everywhere. And he's like, I'm going to organize this for you. So he goes in and he took every single thing and made like a folder for it, like motivational, like pictures, team and training, Zoom calls, but it's all this stuff, right? And now I can't find a damn thing. And I'm like, Nick, so where do you want me to save this now? Or where the heck is this document? I'm more unorganized. I feel like more of a cluster now, even though he was trying to help me. Oh my gosh. But it is, honestly, for keeping track of everything, like, I don't know, Lauren, are you like, when you're talking about keeping track of everything, or like the groups, being part of all those groups organized, is that hard for you? I can't hear. Oh, there.
There I am. Everything. I've tried some. Look, this is my recent one. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. See,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I finished. July's almost done, but who knows if I'm even gonna look at this in July. So.
No, that's the whole thing. I went back to my teacher days and got one of those big desk calendars, that I used to keep on my desk. I'm like, this is what I need. Yeah, exactly. Just like that. And I'm like penciling everything in, and like when all your calls are, and when the team calls are and all that stuff, so that it's all just right there. But it's just like, yeah. And you got to find a way to keep track of all the people you're talking to. So if Excel works for you, if that's your thing, then that's great.
Yeah.
For me, I just couldn't do that. I needed to see it all written out. I like to just the visual, because I like to be able to cross things out and things like that and see who I crossed out. So like I said, I use my 5-subject notebook and keep track of all of that. Excuse me. Oh my God. Hold on.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? I just lost my train of thought. I just had like something go down the wrong pipe. Oh, I hate when that happens. God help whoever watches this recording.
They'll have fun.
I totally forgot now what I was going to say now because I just choked on that. Shoot. Wait, let me think for 1 second. What was I saying before that, Lauren?
I don't know. We were talking about keeping track. You like to use your notebook. I just downloaded an app called Sheets. It's a Google app, and it's Excel basically, but I use my phone a lot more for business stuff, and I find it's pretty. You probably won't be able to see it, but it looks like Excel.
Oh,
And I have a few different. You can make different lists. So I have one coaches, Diamond Academy, recent contacts, the push tracker, like things that I've been looking at too through Beachbody stuff.
Good. That's awesome. You should share that on the team page so other people, because I know a lot of people do a lot of their work for this, like on the phones and stuff. So
yeah, I find it much easier.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And I set alarms for my Facebook posts on my phone, so my alarm goes off at 8:12 and 8 to post on Facebook, and that's honestly probably the best thing ever. And I probably should have like 50 alarms throughout the day for reminders, but it might get a little hectic that way.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. If anybody has any tips for organization, I know Joelle is extremely organized over there. So, if anybody ever has any tips or anything that they want to share that's worked for them, feel free to, the post-cron thing. Oh yeah. And before I forget, this is what I wanted to say. The team pages. So I know that there's a lot of team pages and trust me, there's even more as you work your way up the ladder and become like 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. There's all different pages and they are really great. But seriously, you cannot check in to every single time you hear a notification on your phone. Now that we are business owners here, Facebook is not used. It's not going to be used the same way as it was for us before in the past. This isn't like, we're not going on there now anymore to just kind of shoot the breeze and see all these cute pictures of people and their kids and fun things. And we're using it now for a business. So honestly, there's really no reason to even check the notifications at all. It really is just a distraction. I don't check in like at all with the groups, and I'm part of like, I swear to God, I think it's like 8 to 10 different pages at this point or something like that. I don't even know. I don't check in until I check in obviously with like my team page more because it's my team page, but every night I just sit down and I just quickly just check into those the pages that I'm part of just to quickly see if I miss anything important. I'm talking, it takes me 3 minutes. That's it. So don't feel like you need to constantly be checking in like you're going to miss something, because honestly, all the important stuff, I'm going to post it anyways in the Team Forever Strong page. It's going to always be there. So you're not going to miss anything. If I see something that's really important, it's going to be there. So don't feel like you need to be checking all these other different things all the time. Just do one quick check-in and be done with it. And just do it once a day at whatever time you're dedicating and setting aside for Beachbody, you know? So you're not doing this stuff throughout the whole entire day. It just gets too overwhelming. And yeah, the Hootsuite and the Postcron works really good. You know, that's what we've been using for the free clean eating group. So we've been using the Postcron post, and it does, because as you start to grow and just as you start to move, you know, quickly and start bringing on more and more people, it becomes really time consuming if you have to personally go into the group every single day and put up the post for the challenge group and post a picture with it and all this other stuff. But if it's already all programmed in, all you do is you spend one day typing in and putting in all the posts into Postcron or Hootsuite, and then all you do is you schedule it out. And then that's it. And it automatically will go out every single day. And then what you need to do is, if you're running your own challenge group, like I said, don't feel like every single time somebody comments on something that you have to respond to it immediately. You set aside one time during the day, you know, whatever time it's going to be. Like if, for example, if I sit down during lunch time when the kids are sleeping after I've done my workout or whatever, I'll check in then. And that is it. Like I'm not checking in at all until the following day, because there's other people in the group. Other people can, you know, help each other and answer each other's questions. But as far as like, you know, you want to be efficient with your time when you're using it as you're trying to grow this business. And it's just going to end up not being efficient if you're constantly checking notifications and constantly checking in on the group. So one time a day, once a day, a little bit more for your own team page if you have your own, obviously. But that's it. Oh, and Facebook pages let you schedule posts now too. That's pretty cool too. That is really cool. I mean, it definitely makes the world a difference to not have it, because I mean, I remember I was running like seriously 4 challenge groups at the same time, going in like manually putting in all. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so overwhelmed. So thank God that Nick put all that stuff in the Postcron for me. Thank God for Nick, he's my secretary.
So when you put it in once, you can just use it again and again and again.
Yeah, you just keep using it again and again and again. You just keep changing the dates on it.
That's awesome.
And it's awesome. So for the free clean eating group, you know, I'm gonna use pretty much, I keep tweaking it a little bit and making changes each time, because I just want to keep making it better and better and better, you know. So for like the next one, you know, we'll add in like a couple of changes. Like I want people to buy a spiralizer, so that way we can make some meals with a spiralizer, like the zucchini and the summer squash, because there's some really good recipes that you can do with that. And it's really inexpensive, and it's something that you can use all the time. I mean, I love it. And that's great. And so you can just add that in and then be done with it. So that's what I'll be doing too with the coach sneak peek. It'll all be automatically, posts will go up. I'll check in with them, things like that. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say. I knew I forgot something. Make sure that if you added people to the clean eating group, that you are legit reaching out to every single person that you added. And I know we've added a lot. I added like 150 or 160 people to it. I'm not through everybody yet, and that's okay. I will get there. But don't just rely on like the one post that I put in there. Like if you're interested in this, comment below or reach out to your coach, and just be sitting around waiting for them to come to you, because a lot of people just don't even see that post, honestly, or they haven't really taken part in the group, and maybe they've turned off notifications, so they're not even seeing it. So just make sure that you just simply quickly check in with each person. All I said to them when I reached out was, hi, I really hope you enjoyed my free clean eating group. I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be running my 21-day challenge starting on July 6th. I still have opening for 2 more people. Did you want to grab one? And I just copy and paste that to every single person. And so just make sure that you keep in contact with them. And then the same thing too, when you're adding people to that are in the coach sneak peek right now that's going on, make sure that you keep in connection with them and you check in with them and see how they're doing. So I usually, you know, the group starts on a Monday usually. I usually check in on a Wednesday. Just, you know, how's everything going? Let me know if you have any questions. If you're confused about anything or want to know about anything else, just let me know. Just checking up on you. And then I check up again on a Friday night and a Saturday. So just make sure that you're doing that. Can Nick schedule on my post too? Hey, well, you know what? When I retire him from his full-time job next summer, that'll be his job. He is. I'm like, thank God for Nick. Because I was sitting down trying to do all this stuff. And you know how fast the team is growing. I mean, you can see how fast everybody's going, and it's just growing like crazy, which is awesome. But you know, I have all these ideas that I want to do for the team. And so I'm like, I really want to do this like calendar, like this really nice calendar for the team. And I want to do this, that, and the other thing. And Nick is like, Kathy, tell me about that stuff and I'll do that for you. And you just continue training your team and bringing on your active coaches. I'm like, okay. So it's like a teamwork over here. So anyways, I just love these calls, guys. I end up getting so fired up at the end of the night after I get off with you, and I have so much energy anyways. And then I get off these calls and I'm like all fired up for 4 more hours. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm laying in bed like, now what? So it's the end of the month, guys. And we have 6 full more days left in the month. And the goal was to help 150 people. Maybe that was a little aggressive, okay? Because last month we helped 100 people, which was awesome. So I wanted to do more. But I mean, I'll tell you what, we have to at least hit and do more than we did last month in order for me to make this donation to a charity of your choice, which Lauren and a couple of the other leaders on the team decided on. So that's the challenge. So we all have to work together. Like, it's so important that we're all just every day, like I said, you know, the whole mission of this company is to end the trend of obesity, which means the only way that's going to happen is if every single one of us is every single day reaching out and trying to bring on new people and help new people in any way that we can. That's the only way it's going to happen. So we all have to work together to do that, which I know we all are anyways. And if we at least, you know, I'm really hoping we hit 150 people this month, just because that would be a crazy goal. But we have to at least beat 108 people from last month. That's how many we signed up total last month, was 108. And it's just for such a good cause too. And I really do want to be able to make that donation. So it's time to bust our butts, guys. Like, seriously, try to do something crazy. I want to see some crazy business happening with this team these next 6 days. Let's see what else. Anything on here? Oh, I got to add it up. Last time I added it up, it was like 72 people or something like that. So, but I mean, it's really not, I mean, think about it. There's like, I mean, how many active coaches are on our team page? There's like, I don't know, maybe 35 or something like that. Maybe even 40. I mean, if every single person just helped, like, seriously, just 2 people, we could reach it. We could go crazy. Imagine if we hit 200. I should stop blabbing now so we can get reaching out to people. Well, does anybody have anything else they want to say before I let you guys go? Well, it was so nice seeing you guys again, and I love our Wednesday night calls. Don't forget, tomorrow night is, oh yeah, Jessie posted her goals. I love it. She posted goals, and you know what? Honestly, I
blame you. I have like a 3-year plan, and I'm still pregnant. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? It's Kathy's fault.
Yeah, that's good. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a long-term vision, and you're supposed to like create goals for yourself that you think are just crazy, like unreal.
They are.
Yeah, because they're gonna happen. The only way it's not going to happen is if you drop off the face of the earth and you quit. That's the only way this business does not work, is if you quit. Then it's a fail. Then it's a total flop. So it's all on you. Every single one of you.
I need the money too badly, so that's not an option.
It's not, exactly. So it's like, this is the perfect thing. It's like, how can you go wrong? You're helping people. It's for such a good cause. It's fun. It's rewarding. You get to do it from anywhere in the world, and you make money. It's like, hello, it's a no-brainer. And so, yeah, I lost my train of thought again. But anyways, I should let you guys go. But it was so good seeing you guys again. And tomorrow night, that's what I wanted to say. If you can make it on the Drop the Cookie call, theirs is usually Thursday nights. A lot of times I haven't been able to make it on there, especially because our team has been growing so big and things like that. So, but Keith Callahan's going to be speaking on the call tomorrow night. And for those of you who don't know who he is, okay, he's in the Millionaires Club. With this business, he's like 36 or 37 years old. He's been doing this for 4 years. And this is a guy who filed bankruptcy within his personal life, his business life, and he has been able to completely turn things around in his life for himself and for his family, all because of this business, all because he believed in it and worked on it a little bit every single day and didn't quit. He didn't give up. He had a long-term vision. So you guys have to do what you can to get on this call. It's usually at 8:30 at night, Eastern Standard Time. And he is seriously awesome. He's just great. You're going to love him, and you're going to be so inspired after you hear him. You're just going to rock it out. So make sure, if you can, try to get on that call tomorrow. I'll tag you guys all in the post when the link for the Zoom is posted up. And I hope you guys have an awesome night, and I'm proud of you all. I think you guys are such awesome coaches, and I tell everybody how lucky I am to have all you guys on the team and how lucky I am to be able to have met all of you guys and been able to form friendships with you all. So just keep doing your thing, and I hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.